Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Black Ops 6 Zombies. Another episode of Zombies with Friends, and I'm here with Kylita today.
Hello.
I've got 200 zombie kills with with SMGs, buyer contribute to the purchase indoors, and consume 5 gobblegums. What do you got?
Give me a minute. It's taking a second to load. Okay. Come on. Just,
If you're talking about
there
the
we
little
go.
box, you can use the right stick
I
to just
get
flip it.
200 zombie eliminations with sniper rifles. No, like my home menu was actually kind of bugging out.
Oh, that's not good.
um 200 zombie eliminations with sniper rifles. Buy or contribute to the purchase of 10 doors and survive 25 total rounds.
Okay, well, the only one that's going to really give us any trouble is the sniper rifle kills for you. As for the door things, we can just go halfsies on every single door.
Yeah.
So, select mission, turn off squad fill, directed, plan a
But
squad,
that means I
and...
can't do my last one if it's directed.
Yeah, you can. I've literally
Oh.
done it before. You just sit there on the same round for, like, until it goes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's survive 25 rounds in total, not advance 25 rounds.
Mm.
So just don't die and you'll be fine. Why did everything slide to the right on the fucking... That's weird. I'll fix it later. It's probably because it's got the double gobble gums and all that shit, and it's not normally there.
Mm.
Yeah, because the loading screen goes all the way to the edge, so...
Security chief to new arrivals. Could have used you sooner, but welcome just the same.
Profit sharing.
I'm in the mansion. Command center.
And I've got modified
Major,
chaos
intact.
and
Most everyone else
fucking
is
cashback, so if you need ammo, let me know.
You got eyes. Look, we need to get this situation under control ASAP. Be ready for anything. Listen up. We've got 3 scientists unaccounted for. Last seen in town. Locating and extracting them is now your top priority. Fall before me.
Damn it, your head, Bob.
More skulls that I don't need. By the way, guys, I meant to film us doing the event, but me and Kai already kind of finished it,
Sorry you
so
came here yet.
sorry.
Well, if anyone had to show up, I'm glad it was you.
I'll show you what you can get from it here after we do this match. Let's see. I just whiffed like a motherfucker.
Mm.
Okay, we definitely have enough to get some doors open, so I'll go half on the first one over here. Right after I get this
Okay.
gobbledygoo. There's one. There you go. Half on this one.
Setting waypoint.
Okay, I'm coming.
Quit fucking wobbling, you little shithead.
Right? Head bobble's awful. Oh, I had all three of them lined up. Damn.
Bonus points.
Alright.
Excuse me.
And then half on this. It's not letting me.
Setting waypoint. Disregard.
Alright. And we're back to the hyperbolic time chamber. You good?
Yeah.
Insta-kill.
Get some dead shot right out the gate. Oh fuck, that's 1,000 something on half.
Setting waypoint.
Hold on.
Be silent. Double points.
Did you already? Yeah, you already paid half on that. There you go. Let's see, what am I at? 7 out of 10, so we need 3 more doors. Well, that's easily solvable. Because here's one right here.
Got the church, the stairs, and the comic book store.
Did you already pay half on the bank?
Mm-hmm.
Tear them to pieces.
750, okay.
One ugly bug KIA. Max ammo.
Alright, time to go turn this thing green. Let's see.
I did half on the church and the stairs over here.
I put half on the one for the ice cream shop inside the bank.
Hmm.
Doesn't want to hurt your fire.
Another tango identified. How many kinds of these freaks are there?
There we go. My door one's done.
Yeah, mine was done as soon as I hit the stairs.
Max armor.
Did you do the church?
No, I'm saving up to do that next.
Okay. At 87 out of 200 eliminations.
56. I've been trying to let you get as many as you can, because I know it's a bitch with sniper rifles.
Hmm.
Double points.
That would have been handy like a minute ago.
Hmm. Yeah. God damn, fucking head bob.
Church
That's
is
what's made
open.
me miss so many of my shots.
Church is open. Go pack a punch.
Okay.
All right. Damn, if I had one more piece of green. Oh, wait, there it is. Now I can go ahead and put deadware on this preemptively. So that way, when I get to Purple Tiger, I can just instantly fucking start doing the thing. Because it's deadwire and armored zombies for this one.
Bonus points. Insta-kill.
Oh, I just shoved through a line of four.
Oh god, the lag. I think it wasn't really built to fucking handle modified chaos with the lightning thing constantly, because it lags every time it strikes.
Mm.
She can't take it, Captain. I'm low on ammo, I might as well.
Max ammo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Silent worm. Max armor.
Damn, okay. $200 kills are done.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That was quick.
I've been getting like double the fucking quad headshots.
Damn,
I've
girl.
been lining them up. Then got it single packs and is green grade.
Oh, yeah, true.
So, yeah. Get the headache
Speaking
out
of
of the way.
such,
Wait, it said it was done, but I still have 157 out of a 200?
maybe it's just you got so many kills with it, and the game is just like, you're actually using it?
I don't know.
Tear them to pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
I don't know why when it said that, I was just like, jerky.
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 Oh, jerky. Yeah, I could go for some jerky right about now.
God, I would love some jerky, but it's so expensive.
Yup.
Like,
It's literally so expensive that if you choose that jerky, it better be your fucking meal.
you gotta be careful with that though, because the amount of sodium.
No, I'm aware of that, but they have low sodium versions. Personally, I was looking at the one that they just came out with, non-spawn, but there's one that's the duos where it's like hot and sweet.
Whoa!
I gotcha. Get up.
You don't have to say not. Oh my gosh, dude.
Max ammo.
Well, fine. Jack Links has a duos one that's fucking got the spicy and the sweet on it, and I want to try it. Because
Ooh,
it's
that sounds
habanero. It's habanero lime.
Mmm.
Yeah.
That sounds really good, actually.
Fuck yeah. Well, I think I sent you the link for it. It's just we never got to fucking go get it.
Think so.
Full power.
Ooh, goody goody.
See, now it popped it again. Okay, that time it went. Now I just got to... oh, Okay. 12 out of 25 rounds. Alright.
Yeah. Let's see.
Now I can start doing my laser.
I need to eat one more gobble gum.
Mmm.
Gobble to you.
What if the gobblegum's spicy?
I mean, probably the red ones.
Like red hot?
Yeah.
like Big's red hot gum? You know oh my god, do they even make that gum anymore?
I think I've seen it in gas stations, but it's rare.
My mom, that's one thing my mom used to have all the time. Either in the car or in her purse.
I know, mine too. That and her personal, like, favorite, but I know they don't make it anymore, is, they used to have one that was just flat out made actual, like, branded Dr. Pepper gum.
Oh, I remember that.
And, she would eat the fuck out of that shit.
I remember soda pop gum.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when Skittles made gum? And they discontinued it because everybody was eating it, like actually eating it.
Yeah.
Mentos has gum now.
Oh, there's my Consume 5 gobble gums. So now I need 44 more kills with this. And then I can worry about the camos.
Ether shroud.
Oh, hey, I can make this blue.
Insta-kill.
Green loot key, okay. Did I already kill a Terry and not even pay attention?
I don't know.
I think I might have killed Terry and just not even noticed. Whoops. That's a little tragic for him. Well, that's my dailies done, so now I just gotta worry about the camos. Well, that means it's now officially time to test your chops on topics.
If death is what you want,
Huh?
that's what I will give you.
Come up with a topic. Anything goes as long as it's TOS appropriate.
I don't know.
Don't know.
I am horrible at creating random conversation.
Okay. What's the craziest party you've ever been to and why? Like, what happened to make it the craziest, basically?
Oh. Here, hold on. I lost a pretzel piece. Got it.
silent worm.
When I was in, I think it was 8th grade, getting ready to be a freshman. Oh god,
Oh.
Terry is running at me full force.
Terry!
Hold on, let me get crowd control here.
I was gonna say, if it gets too hairy, you can just take the zip line to the roof.
Okay. No, anyway, when I was in 8th grade, like we were all invited to one of the high school parties. It was one of the bougie kids
Ha!
in a rich neighborhood, but they were nice. I don't know what one of those. All my parents are gone for like on vacation for a week, but they didn't want to go. And they're like, okay, whatever. So you name it, it was probably there. Like they even somebody called in the strippers that are dressed up as cops.
Ha!
Because there was freshmen and the seniors there. It was a big, really big party. And they had a pool, so they had a hot tub, a regular pool. Someone
Damn.
thought it would be wise to throw alcohol in the pool,
Why?
and it having chlorine.
Uh,
I'm glad nobody was in the pool. They caught the water on fire.
well, yeah, alcohol plus chlorine.
Yeah, nobody could. We all had to leave.
Somebody
It was
didn't
hard
pay
as hell to
attention in
fucking
fucking chemistry class.
No. And at first, one of the guys was like, "Yeah, it probably won't do anything." I'm over here like, I could already tell what was gonna fucking happen because you hear the light it. I'm already walking out the front door, and one of the girls that was with me, she goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "I am getting out before the getting good." She's like, "What?" I was like, "You ever get a gut feeling?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, my gut feeling's gonna make me throw up." She's like, "What? Did you just drink that much?" I said, "I haven't drunk anything." And then you hear the whoosh. She goes, "Oh yeah, let's go." I was like, fucking. She couldn't get me out the door fast enough. I'm like, I'm already walking out the door. She's pushing my ass, like, step faster, come on.
Oh shit.
And she was smart. She parked her car across the street. So we're already in the car. We're just sitting there watching. Fucking people run out the back, at the front, comes from the sides. You see fucking fire department come, and they're like, I guess
What
they
the
threw
fuck
foam.
is this, children?
They threw the foam on the pool to put it out. But I was like, why the fuck? The house was trashed. Like, we didn't see them. Oh, got a gobble gum.
Oh, nice.
Idolize.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like, when their parents came back, I guess because
Oh,
they
hey,
called,
Julie. Can't say long
they
because I'm
called
donating platelets
the,
a bit, but I wanted to say hi because I love you, goobers. We love you
Hey,
too,
Julie.
Jules. I hope it goes well.
We had ooh, I got Torvik.
Yes, Torbeck.
But we had I guess they called the homeowners, like the fire department did. And so when his parents got back, obviously they knew something happened.
You lit the fucking pool on fire? What the fuck?
Like,
How do you even?
there was so much garbage and trash that they were still cleaning up. To the point to where the parents had called the school and they put an announcement over the intercom
Oh god.
saying, you know, if anybody was at, it's funny because the kid's name was Terry.
Ah.
If anyone was at Terry's house, that, you know, they are, their help is being requested to clean up the house because it is a mess from the party. I'm thinking, oh my god. And me being one of those people, it's like, I know people. I don't talk to a lot of people, but people talk to me, you know?
Yeah.
Just kind of kept low, and they're like, were you there? I'm like, in a sense, I walked through the door. I was there for like 2 hours.
And then saw what the fuck was going down and was
And
like,
then I saw what was
"Fuck
going on,
that."
and I left. I was leaving as it happened. And the guy, the guy I was talking to, he goes, dude, that shit was so bright.
Well, yeah, it's a fucking chemical reaction. It's not just
I
regular
was,
fire.
I was like, what the fuck did you guys think was gonna happen?
You basically made a supersized fucking flashbang out of a pool.
And there was so much chlorine in that pool, you could smell it. It smelled like the fucking pools at the hotels.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that motherfucker was well maintained, and he just like torched it, or rather, one of his friends did.
Yeah. So I asked him, I was like, I said, who thought it wasn't just a regular, like, match? No, they threw in one of those the big flame big lighters that you...
oh, a torch?
They're in the metal case.
They used a fucking torch?
They used the metal torch. Because it was one of the camping ones. That fucker was big. It was like, you could hold it in your hand and it was... Well, I have little hands, but... For me, it was big.
But yeah, like...
not so much for them.
Fucking... Oh my god.
Yeah, it was bad. Like, there was a couple people that came back the next day afterwards, and they were coughing and fucking hacking up a lung. It's like, jeez, Pete. I'm like, man, I'm glad no one was in the fucking pool.
Well... I could tell a story, but I would have to not mention any names so it doesn't implicate anybody, because things got way the fuck out of hand. There was this one time I was at a party with some friends, and I won't say who. But shit got a little wild, because eventually we got to the topic when we were talking and hanging out and, like, drinking and smoking and all that shit. And, the topic came around to landlords. And there was this one guy's fucking landlord that, like, not only... And this was, like, years ago, so 1,250 was outrageous for rent in Litchfield. You know?
You just said you weren't gonna name places or names.
I said I wasn't gonna name names, but anyways, that's all I'll say on that detail. Boo-foo nowhere. Is that better? Boo-foo nowhere.
Yeah. Boo-foo nowhere.
1,250 was outrageous rent for Boo-foo nowhere. And then, like, they weren't taking care of, like, the structuring, the walls, the plumbing, the electricity, nothing. Like, this was basically... It made a cracked in look like the Taj Mahal. And, and this guy was just like, man, this guy's ripping me off and he's gonna fucking kick me out because I had to get a second job just to afford this shit in this boo-foo nowhere town. And, he's like, dude... And he said this at the wrong time because the goblins were talking to people. And, if you know what I mean. And, he was like, he's about to kick me out anyways. I wish I could torch this fucking place. And lo and behold, by the end of the hour, wouldn't you know it?
Jeez.
I don't even have to finish the sentence. You can guess where it's going.
That's horrible.
Well, nobody was in there because the guy had evicted everybody. Because he was a fucking slumlord, you know?
Yeah. But in a sense, all that did, if they had good insurance on it, that just fucking essentially
Well,
gave them insurance money.
it essentially gave them insurance money, yes, but it was more of the message of fucking fuck you, you know?
Yeah.
So, shit happened. And like I said, I won't say who or what. If you paid attention for 5 seconds, I said where, but blah, 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 I'm not doing it again. But that was one of the crazy parties. The other ones were like, get so drunk you wake up somewhere different butt naked. Like, thank God I still found my clothes afterwards all those times. That was a miracle, but like... God, I was a fucking wild child back in the day.
Can't say I've ever had to deal with that.
Like, don't get me wrong, I had friends who took care of me some other times when I was at their place and they made sure nothing happened, but like, every time I went out on my own to venture at parties and shit, it always got fucking nuts, you know? I would party way too fucking hardy.
I think the only other really, like, off-the-walls one that I had gone to is somebody had one of those little mini bike motorcycle balls.
Woo! I love those! The death cages!
Yeah.
Oh,
Nobody got
that
hurt,
shit.
but I was just like, damn, okay, bougie.
Yeah, no, man. I only got to go to, like, I think maybe 2 parties that had those, but they were both fucking off the chain. You know?
Yeah. But to be fair, the dude that was holding it, kind of lived on a big farm.
Oh, yeah.
So they had the room for it, but they always rode and messed with their mini bikes, so it was, they were the ones in there.
Alright. That was your craziest one. What was your favorite one then? What was your favorite party?
My favorite party?
Your favorite party.
I didn't go to a whole lot of parties.
Oh, shit.
But you gotta think, I had a lot of... I was the oldest. I had to take care of the young ones.
Yeah.
What did I get gobblegum wise? Free Fire.
Well, I mean, me, I get what you're saying, but like,
My
I was
favorite
lucky
one,
enough to only have to deal with one.
my favorite one had a, ooh, give me this and this, thanks. Had a cotton candy bar and a taco bar.
Ooh.
On top of, like, they had their own, like, you could make your own bubbly drinks. But they had... So... Remember how I said, like, I didn't talk to people, but people talked to me?
Yeah.
I was friends with, like, a lot of the kids that people thought were weird. But they were coming from a good place, but their parents were fucking loaded. So whenever they had gatherings at home, I was the first person that they were like, hey...
Huh.
You're nice to me. It's like, fuck yeah, let's go. I really don't have... I'm not really judgmental about people. If you're like a dick of a person and you're like shit towards others, yeah, I'm gonna judge you quite harshly.
Well, I was gonna say, I've denoted over a decade we've noted each other that, like, you do not judge very quickly. It takes something seriously fucked up for you to say something.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know, there's the occasions where I just have to tolerate people.
Yeah.
Family reasons.
Sorry.
But, you know, I keep my peace. I keep my mouth shut, and You know, if I have to be there for somebody, I'm there for them, not the other person that's there. So,
Yeah.
it'd be simple. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, but half the time, they would be the kids that were like, we had, yeah. Which is funny now that I think about it. We had, in the mix of these parties, when I say it's the people that like a lot of the normies didn't want to mess with, it was our like crazy mad good like anime artists. Like it was everybody from the anime club. We had a furry club. We had like
Nice.
twice a month. Sometimes it'd be twice a month, but the majority of the time it was once a month. People could bring in their fursuits, and you know we would critique each other, see what we could improve on, and just kind of go from there. And I wish I still had those pictures, but I don't have that camera anymore. But it was pretty neat because we had people who had parents that were like fursuiters, and they had been wearing them for forever. Sweet, my stuff's done.
Nice.
So they were actually pretty good at making their suits, and they would give everybody advice on, you know, how, like, certain things that they could do that might make things hold up a little better, you know, all that stuff. And the same thing when we had, like, anime club or art club, things like that. It was neat. So I was in, like, a lot of the after-school stuff, hanging out with, you know, these guys that regular guys didn't want to hang out with because, you know, these people were actually pretty cool. Even
But the
though
stereotype of them being furry and yeah.
yeah, so even though like a lot of people during fucking regular school hours is like, oh, they're fucking weird, you know, I keep my mouth shut. Except there was a couple occasions I didn't, and I spoke up for a couple of the guys because I got fucking tired of it. And it got to the point to where it's funny because even people at work are like, if she speaks up about something, there's something wrong because I'm typically quiet.
Yeah.
But when I started saying something and I started standing up for these guys, I'm like, look, y'all need to fucking give people a chance. I said, because these guys are pretty cool. And, you know, just standing up for somebody who wasn't normally stood up for. Because a lot of times they would just they would put their head down, turn around, and just leave the situation. And, I got fucking tired of seeing the same guy. So fucking harassed and bullied because we had costume day and he wore his fursuit. Well, I thought it was pretty cool. Plus, it was fucking cold because it was coming around Halloween. But I was like, man, that's fucking cool. I was like, your ass is warm.
You're toasty, man. You know,
It's
and
like-
I learned a magical fucking thing that normies need to listen to real quick if there are any normies listening right now. Do not fuck with furries. Do you know why? At the risk of having to get rid of that fursuit, which they will gladly do so they can make another one, don't fuck with a furry because their face is covered. They could fucking pop you on camera and nobody would know. Nobody would fucking know. They just gotta get rid of the evidence and you're gone.
Ooh. But, oh my gosh, no, like, he was one of the first guys I really started standing up for, and he became one of my best friends. And, what sucks, and I still feel bad about it some days, like, because he was like, hey, like, he asked me out one day, and I was like, dude, I said, you know, I'm actually in a relationship, because I didn't talk about my relationships. But, I was told him, I said, you know, it said, in an instance where I wasn't, yeah, you know, I wouldn't care. But, I told him, I said, I know it's a bummer. I said, but I still see you as my best friend. I was like, shit, ain't nothing changing between us. It's like, damn, like, you want to come over and hang out? Well, fuck, I'll come over and hang out, you know? It's whatever.
Ooh, chop.
So
Sorry.
That helped him. Helped him throughout the rest of the school year, because that was our senior year. It was, like, the biggest year for everybody. So... But yeah, he was the one that helped me make... He helped me, make and get into making... Oh, I'm out of ammo. Fursuit. But we were both, like... We were both learning... Oh! I still need ammo. We were learning how to, like, make them better. which is why the one that I had didn't really last long. It kind of fell apart. But that was before we knew how to work with foam. So we were experimenting with materials we already had.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was nice. It's like one of those little bonding things you don't get to do with everybody.
Well, this is gonna sound like a huge nerd thing, but that's kind of like, for years when I was a kid growing up, the only thing I ever fucking went to Halloween as, and they would actually encourage it, I would always go as Dracula for years. Not just the vampire, actual factual Dracula.
Right.
Because I saw Bela Lugosi do it. And I was like, oh my god, I want to be just like that. You know?
Yeah.
And then, fucking, years and years and years and years later, when I thought I was done with it, fucking, Van Helsing came out. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And that version of Dracula came out. And I was like, holy fuck, Dracula can fuck? I was a teenager by that point, but still, I was like, you know what? Fuck it, one more spin.
Right? One of the girls I went to school with was saying she still has a picture of my of the head that we made.
Aw.
She's like, I know I have it. She's like, if I find it, I will send it to you.
Oh, there's Purple Tiger finally. Jesus.
Nice.
So now I gotta get armored zombie kills and kills with dead wire equipped, which is gonna be nothing.
Right.
When I get those done, I'll let you know. There's ammo for you.
Okay.
I'll let you know and we can start corralling them for the fucking gold groups.
Yeah, I need to see how much I have left on my field upgrade. Where did my sniper go?
Huh?
Where did my sniper go? There it is.
Oh, okay.
Fucking, it's been doing that thing with the Y button where it doesn't want to change the gun right away.
Yeah. Well, that
So.
and fucking for some reason, like, you gotta hold down the plate and it fucking switches weapons.
I cannot remember what the hell happened to my head.
Like your actual head?
No, the head from my fursuit.
Oh! Honey, that thing's probably long gone between moves.
No, I know, but I'm like, I can't remember, like, what happened. I think it got crushed.
Aw.
Like, the eyepieces popped out of it, the fucking foam was bent and broken, like, it got crushed.
Damn.
There was no fucking fixing it either. And I didn't have the stuff to make another one, so I was like, yeah, fuck it. Sucked, but...
Well, Boo-Foo Nowhere, like, shit was so... Like, the culture in our school was just so fucky-wucky that even saying fucky-wucky was like, well, you said what now? Fucking... And, like, fucking... To even think of wearing any kind of costume, let alone like a fursuit or any of that, was just like you would be a social pariah, you know?
Oh, jeez.
Like, they barely tolerated cosplay at all, and fucking...
when we had anime club, we had cosplay
goth,
days.
there was a goth, like, clique, but there was never a club. You would stick out like a sore thumb because everybody else was either prep, jock, or hick. Like, my clique of friends just... We were the weird people in the fucking corner. Until, and I hate this, I despise this, and this is why I still hate the Edward thing, until fucking Twilight came around and it became Vogue, you know? And I'm like, you're fucking posers! And then I took 5 seconds to think about what I just said, and I was like, oh no, I've become you. Ugh.
Oh, jeez.
Like, ugh. Because I've never been one to be, like, uninclusive, but, like, at the point that people that have been making fun of me of it for years, I'm just like, what the fuck even?
See, what I always loved is when I got stuck with, like, talking to, like, the regular groups of people. We'd be sitting there talking, and somebody that I knew that was either, like, in the heavy emo or goth phase, because like, one of my best friends, she was in the heavy emo phase, like, heavy makeup, the hair, all. She was a scene kid. Like, she would walk by, we'd make eye contact, like, we'd make a stupid face at each other. But, like, 9 times out of 10, the person I was talking to would make a stupid-ass remark. Something, and it would be something on their fucking appearance. And I was like, what's wrong with that? And they go, well, I don't know. And I would say their name, and I'd just, like, walk away and start talking to them, and I would look back, and their face would just be like, what the fuck just happened?
You know, that's another thing, besides of, well, you know my parents, they would have never let it happen, but even if they would have, I'm fucking allergic to most face paint.
Right.
So I fucking just literally can't unless I want to get, like, super allergic and shit, and nah. It's not worth it. And there's so many times that there's, like, old photos on the fucking potato computer, if they're still there, where, like, our little group that we used to have fucking had goth night and shit, and I couldn't participate because I can't wear face paint. And apparently just having all black clothes, you know, only all black clothes head to toe, fucking didn't count. Wasn't good enough. You know?
What the hell?
Yeah. No, you have to have the white face paint with the black marks and shit. And I was like, you fucking suck. Do you even listen to the music?
At that point, it'd be like, are you here for just appearances, or do you actually do all the things that we do?
Well, don't get me
Like-
wrong. Part of the clique, instead of being at, like, certain parties, you can probably guess whose they were, but at certain parties, there were some of them that went down to what we like to call Goth Hill and partake in certain activities that I can't mention because of TOS. But, like,
Yeah.
if you know about real Ouija boards, you know about real Ouija boards, and that's all I'll say. And, we would do that kind of shit.
Death is what you want.
And be like, that's actual, factual, not just style. Like, the real deal, you know?
Right. See, I went through a mini goth phase. That was about it.
You would be adorable. You would be so adorable.
My
Like,
thing
oh
was,
my
is I
God.
had the dresses.
Well, and that's the thing that they don't fucking tell you is you don't have to wear the fucking makeup. And it doesn't
I
have
wore
to be
my
like...
dresses and shit kickers.
You
I
don't
wore
have to
heroes
go to
all throughout high school.
Spencer's. You don't even have to go to Hot Topic. You
That
can
must
just
have been
literally
Will Swiffle.
wear any
Search
black
around
clothes.
here.
It doesn't have to be
Good guy.
Killstar. Okay?
Luck didn't stick around in the
Is
end, though.
Killstar nice? Yes.
Wonder what the
But
key's for.
you don't need it. Just like if you're trying to be fucking...
I missed my thick-ass pumps that I had.
How do I say this? You don't need Gucci to be fashionable. Gucci's nice, but you don't need it.
Gucci's just a name.
You get what I'm saying.
For me.
Like, it's not necessary.
Anything can be
Needles.
made to look fancy if you try
Hey,
hard
hey,
enough.
hey, 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 hey. Room, D. Room,
He just
D.
came out of his room.
I know, but we're filming right now and I can't watch what he's doing.
Okay, we'll just leave him be. He's okay.
Undermining. Anyways. Back to the point. Like, people would get fucking picky about like even just clothes and shit. You know?
Mhm.
That carries on to the next one I can think of. What's your favorite genre of movie? And then, like, after that, what's the favorite one out of that?
Mm. Say horror.
Ooh, okay.
As
So,
long so it's horror
wait,
as long
since,
as
since you said horror, specifically, I can actually say the line. What's your favorite scary movie?
Saw.
Aw, you didn't get the reference I did.
No, I did.
Fucking Scream.
Yeah, no, it's like I love the horror movies and all that as long, even if it's like sci-fi horror, but as long as there's not a kid involved.
Yeah. Well,
And that's only because
the only reason they put that shit in there is shock factor.
That is what I will give you.
yeah, well, when you almost lose your own kids, like that's
Yeah, no, that scars you
that,
for life.
yeah, I can't. Like my mom was watching some sort of movie, and it was I think it was called The Island, but it wasn't spelled like island. It was spelled like like EYE.
Oh yeah.
And like they put people in these pods, and they like put their conscience into a virtual reality, and it's basically like prison, but it's a chance for redemption to get put back into society. And one
Okay.
of the ladies that was in there, so when you get put in there, they wipe your memory, like you don't remember anything. You don't even know that you're in this program.
Oh
And
shit.
yeah. So, and basically, like, they let everybody live nice for a couple days, but everybody just kind of wakes up there and they're like, they don't know why they're there, they just know they're there. So, they let everybody live nicely for a couple days, and then it gets to the point to where people start saying stuff. Basically, it turns into an eye for an eye. So if you kill somebody,
They kill
whoever
you.
killed that person, they kill you in the system. And basically, it kills you outside of the simulation.
You die in the game, you die for real.
Right, right. Well, one of the ladies that was in there, it showed her flashback because people started remembering what they did that caused them to go to jail. And this one lady, she had her and her kids in the car, and she basically gave them drugs to make them sleep. Like she was in an abusive relationship. So her background was she was in an abusive relationship. She went to get her and her kids out of the situation, but she was so like mentally messed up from it all that instead of her just going somewhere else for help to get away and out of the situation, she drugged the kids and then put the car in neutral down a hill to a lake.
Oh, that's fucked, dude.
And her kids were still in the car, and she got out of the car. So it showed her starting to remember exactly why she was in prison, and she was a wreck. And once it started showing all that, I had to leave the room. I told Mom, I was like, I'm sorry. I said, I can't watch this. So, like, because of that, I'm like, Mike, that's like, nope. I said,
Nah,
like, the
man.
actual heartache. Just, no.
Nah.
Like, unless anyone's ever gone through the feelings and emotions of almost losing their kid, like, physically.
You're not gonna understand it.
Yeah, you're not gonna understand. Like, the heart, like, people can actually die of a broken heart. And, you have literal heartstrings that if they are stressed so much, they can break and tear. So, yeah.
Oh, is that where the phrase comes from?
Broken heart? You're pulling
No,
out my heartstrings? Yeah.
Tugging at your heartstrings, yeah.
Yeah. It's an actual thing.
Oh shit. I did not know that.
Yep, it's an actual, has actual meaning behind it.
Oh shit. Well, in that case, fucking chalk that up to another dozen fucking times I should have died. Ooh, man. Oh, hey, there's another fucking topic to change our minds off that part. How many brushes with death have you had?
Well, the biggest one, and it's why I quit flying, was the last time I flew. I was flying back home. We had to land mid-flight because of right wing engine failure.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was terrifying. So we were about, let's see, we had to land in Illinois. So we weren't in the air for that long. And we thought, at first I thought, you know, maybe it's just the turbulence. No, it was fucking full engine failure on the right side. So,
Holy fuck.
like, they were able, luckily the pilots that we had were able to get the plane to just glide. But they, we pretty much glided down into the airway.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking nutter butters.
Yep. They got us on a reconnecting flight a few hours later. So. But understandably, there was a lot of people that didn't want to get back on a plane. I was like, I'm thinking, you know, back then, you know, flying was the safest way to travel. I don't know what the hell's going on with planes now. There's like accidents left and right.
Yeah, nah. Like, that safety rating has plummeted. No pun intended.
But, you know, I was in the mindset of, you know, these things can happen and these people are trained, you know, that to a special degree to be able to handle stressful situations such as this one.
Yeah.
So I was comfortable with getting back on another plane, but like I had a gut feeling before I got back on that plane. I have a mutant injection, so me. Like I'm gonna pick this up and use it. Oh, fucking wrong button, damn it. That's not what I wanted to do. But oh my gosh, yeah, no. I do miss flying. But it's fucking so expensive now, and it's not becoming as reliable as it used to be.
I was about to say, if it were more reliable like it used to be, and it weren't as expensive, I would like to fucking fly, but nah. It's actually safer just to go on a fucking cruise at this point.
Yeah.
Fucking... There was, out of the dozens and dozens of times, the one that came to mind when I asked you the question, about brushes with death. There is one time in the early days of synthetic stuff, I got so absolutely just smashed that I forgot how to breathe. And let me tell you something. When you forget something that vital, you learn pretty quickly. The only thing is, the scary part about it is we couldn't really call for help because it wasn't illegal, but we definitely would have gotten in trouble, you know? And I had to learn how to manually fucking breathe for like 30 minutes until it's like, okay. You know?
God, yeah, that's why I hate when like my allergies get so bad that I feel like my airway is blocked.
Yeah, no, I hate that shit. Because it immediately makes me snap back to that, and I'm like, oh, fuck, not this shit again. Like, it's less of like someone squeezing your airways and more of just like, oh, fuck.
Right.
Like, have you ever tried to blow up one of those thick rubber balloons and you just keep trying and trying and trying until you're like dizzy and you're red in the face and shit?
Yeah.
It was like that, but just simply trying to breathe. Like, it was fucking rough. And then I found out why later. That version of the synthetic stuff had fucking embalming fluid in it.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
And when I learned about that, I immediately quit the shit. Like, there were some other dudes I knew that kept fucking doing the shit anyways and had to go to the fucking hospital because of it, and they almost fucking died. Like, it was some serious fucking shit, so, anybody listening, please just be careful what you consume, because you never know when, like, your last intake is gonna be your last fucking intake.
Right.
Like, you might be just hitting the fucking punch card with the shit. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like fucking, oh, well, just, you know, consume what they tell you to in commercials, because that's it. It's not.
Consume Prilosec.
Do not consume Prilosec. Only use it for heartburn. Dear fuck. Don't actually consume Prilosec like candy. That's very bad for you. But no, what I'm getting at is just because things like booze are super legal does not make it safe. Because, again, I've had many shenanigans. I literally almost killed my liver and kidneys. Because for the longest time, I thought that was the answer. I was like, oh, it's legal, it's totally safe, and it's just a drink. It's not just a drink. Take that shit as dead serious as you possibly can, because morosive. It spirals out of control real quick. I used to think it was just a stereotype in like fucking movies and shit of like the haggard drunk with like a 5 o'clock shadow and just sitting at the bar going, God, I wish somebody gave a shit. But I was like, I've been there.
I'm gonna be like, this feels personal.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm being called the fuck out right now.
Why does this scene hurt me?
Like, there was literally a time that I went to, I had some friends while you were up in Maine, and you know how that story goes. They dragged me to a titty bar to try to get me to stare at other chicks and stuff, and I didn't want none of it. I just wanted one chick. And instead, my answer was, I'm going to drink Red Bulls and vodka all night. Because the deal was everybody, it was a fucking birthday thing, and everybody had like $100, and we all celebrated our birthdays on that day. Yeah. And I spent the full 100 on nothing but alcohol.
No food, just alcohol.
Yep, I did not eat a fucking thing. Well, the thing is, I didn't eat a fucking thing at the club. They had food, but I learned very quickly from a previous visit to never eat club food. You will get the shits. Like,
yeah,
it's just a fact.
Unless you know the cook.
Well, I figured I would rather fucking eat beforehand, so I'm not going in on an empty stomach, and maybe pregame a little, if you know what I mean. And by pregame a little, this was, oh, there's the kills with Deadwire done. Nice. So now I just need more armored zombies. But you know by now, fucking, when I say a little, I mean like I used to drink an entire fifth like it was soda pop.
You would drink until the bottom of the bottle.
Oh, yeah. And fucking, yes, we were still talking back then, but you had just mentioned that, like, he took you to some fucking movie or something or other. I don't even remember at this point. And, was it one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies? I can't remember. It was some big-time fucking movie. And I wanted to take you to it, but I couldn't. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get so smashed I can't think. You know? I got so fucked up that I started talking to one of the fucking ladies working the place. About, like, blueprints that me and Tom's had come up with for a theoretical, like, part on a spaceship that's probably never gonna happen. And she was just sitting there soaking it all in, just like fucking, wow, genuinely interested. And I was like, wait a minute, you're not weirded the fuck out? Most people I talk to this shit about stare at me like I grew a third eye or some shit. She's just like, no, this is actually super interesting. And I was like, oh my god, thank you. This is the last place I expected to be talking about these kind of fucking physics, because, like, we didn't know what the fuck we were talking about. We were talking about, like, Halo and shit. Just, like, fucking antimatter shields and jump drives and, like, sci-fi bullshit. You know?
Like, I just watched Star Trek.
Well, actually, it's funny that you mentioned Star Trek, because, like, that's where we started getting the idea, because, you know, our parents fucking, they watch all the shit from back in the day.
Yeah.
And, between that and Star Wars and just space things in general, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which, that's a whole other can of worms, because all that space things are is just escapism, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, take one look at insert current situation here, and fucking, you'd probably want to escape too, huh?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. And yes, audience, you'll denote that I didn't note anything specifically. I just said insert current situation here. Everybody wants to escape their problem, but you can't. It will follow you. And even if it doesn't, space specifically, you're gonna run into a host of other issues. Like, for instance, if you don't majestically find another planet that somehow NASA hasn't found that has fucking clean oxygen on it, you're gonna die. If you get a rip in your spacesuit at some point, guess what? Death.
Yeah.
Something malfunctioned in your spaceship, death. Blah, 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 death. Unless you are a trained professional and all the odds in your favor and literally, mind the metaphor, the stars align and you make it back to terra firma, because that's your highest likability of a livable planet, quote-unquote. You're probably gonna die in space. It's very likely.
Probably.
Because, like, 1, you have to have a good spacesuit. 2, it has to be in good condition. 3, you're going to need all the training. 4, how did you manage to get into space in the first place? Because, there are multiple space programs, but they all cost, like, boo-boos of money.
Yup.
And not to mention the resources it would take to go into space. There's not much of that left, you know? So, and unless you majestically come up with a new power source that's practically infinite, good luck with that. I don't see regular, like, oh, I'm gonna take a vacation to fucking Florida. Yeah, well, I'm gonna take a vacation to Pluto. Not gonna happen.
The moon, Alice, the moon.
Now, would I love to go to the moon? Sure. It would be fucking sick. But is it ever really gonna happen? Probably not. And a lot of kids when you're young go, I would like to be an astronaut, but I mean at one point I wanted to be a fucking astronaut. Like, do you remember the Kennedy Space Center?
Yeah.
I literally got to go as a kid. Like, I was actually in one of the shuttles.
Nice.
Like, they even went during the tour, they let you do the G-force testing and shit.
Oh, that's fun.
Like, getting a little fucking, I can't remember what it's called, like, the gravitational thing. The little spinny Magooga thing. And, we got to do a couple fucking rounds, and that I nearly hurled.
Yeah, we have to do that in ROTC.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking lie and be like, I was perfectly fine, nothing happened. No, I nearly hurled. Like, I was not ready.
Ooh, I'm level 56.
Nice. It was fun as fuck, don't get me wrong. It's like, it was a more extreme version of the, fucking spinning ride you get at carnivals, but like way faster. You know? I'm at 101 fucking skulls that I don't need right now. Where was this kind of progress when I actually needed it?
I don't know. I'm just having fun letting all the sprinklers go off in the bowling alley.
But yeah, fucking... Now... I don't even know... Oh shit, hang on. I'm a-coming. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, be-da-bee-bop, ba-da-da-ba-ba. You blow yourself up?
No, I had zombies come behind me and smack me.
Now you gotta get your perks back.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a nowhere but there. Because if I had one, I could have clicked it quick enough and just been like, boop.
It's okay. Between that and I didn't refill my
Flavorless
shield,
fuck. Yeah, you gotta keep that plate up.
Yep.
I would suggest getting the 500 points you need and just getting triple armor just to get that first. What else can I get? I've got triple armor and I'm triple packed. Huh. I guess I could save to 20k and double pack my knife.
Yeah. Two gums. Stock option, free fire.
Let's see.
Good find. Employees probably used a crank to control the water pressure.
Okay. I can't really ask what's the craziest trip you've had because you've never tripped. So, what would you say the scariest nightmare you've ever had was?
It's one that I've already told you about and I don't like to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Second place?
No, because I think once you have a nightmare that's like Silent Hill and full of fleshy doppelgangers, yeah, no.
Yeah, no, nothing really tops that.
And your life revolves around mazes and fucking like a mix of Alice in Wonderland, no.
Nah. Damn.
And I'm not talking about like good Alice in Wonderland, like
No, you mean like
Alice
the
Madness.
yeah, Alice Madness. Yeah, the one that I was literally mentioning the other day on Discord. Fucking kitten was playing it and I was tripping balls. And I don't mean I was just tripping balls because the game was crazy. I mean, like, I was already like, woo! And she was playing it on, and then I had that going on top of it. Man, that's the thing I wish I could do. Like, I wish there was some kind of way to, like, translate what I see when I'm fucked up to, like, some kind of, like, video. And just be like, look at this fucking shit. You know?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. If you could make any kind of movie from any kind of genre and budget is like no problem. Let's just pretend like you've got one of those $1 billion fucking AAA movie budgets. What kind of movie would you make?
See, fucking probably like Fallout horror, but like you know where you, like you have to track down your friends, but it's like a Saw scenario.
Holy shit, Saw and Fallout universe?
Yeah.
That would actually be really sick. Well, there's kind of one like that. But it's in Fallout 4. It's a little like offshoot thing. There's a guy that specifically like goes out and finds other fucking like serial killers and shit, and he's called Pikmin, and it's Pikmin's gallery, and he makes paintings of everybody that he like fucking tortures and kills. And like,
Oh jeez.
they had to cut the portraits out of the game because they were so fucked. But if you have the mods for it, you can put them back in, and oh my god. Because, like, the code is still in the game, you just can't see them.
Yeah.
Like, they put other fucking portraits in the place over them. But if you get the mod to, like, take the cover art off, like, it's, whew! It's fucking nutters. Like, what's the tamest way I can say this? One of them is a collection, not a few, a collection of eyes.
I think that's kind of like a running thing in some horror movies now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is now, but, like, you gotta remember, fucking Fallout 4 came out when?
A long time ago. Shit, the Fallout series in general.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Fallout series in general has had horror aspects to it since the fucking first one, and the first one came out in the fucking 80s. So, that's back when it wasn't even called Fallout.
If death is what you want,
I'm trying to remember the name of it. I don't think it was Wasteland. It was something else, but it was another survival game that a different company had made before Bethesda went and bought it out and turned it into Fallout and shit. And fucking, there's been horror aspects since then. Like, it's just, they never full tilt lean into it except for a few choice examples. Like, one popular one that they like to mention is, again, from Fallout 4. There's specific... I'm trying not to mention the name because I don't want to spoil it. But there's a mine where if you go down into it, you've probably been in it, you get flashbacks to how it was beforehand, and then it snaps back, and they're fucking ghouls, like feral ghouls and shit. Which is as close as you're gonna get to zombies. It's creepier if you have mods on to make the ghouls look more like they did in Fallout 3 instead of the weird, fleshy sacks they are now. I, like many other people, do not like the new models for ghouls. They're just not intimidating, you know?
Yeah.
But if you make them look like the older ones, they actually have, like, skeletal faces and shit. And, or you could just do like some of the ones I did where, they just straight out look like zombies, like these guys. You know?
Yeah.
But still, to the point, if you ignore that part and you just pay attention to the lore of it, instead of by radiation or by, like, disease or anything, they got turned into essentially zombies by...
Some sort of half-assed
How do I put this?
Might
An
be worth
Eldritch
a
Horror would be the easy way of saying it, but specifically it's called Kremv. Kremvh. And the only reason I can remember that name is because if you swim down to the bottom in a hazmat suit, or you're going to want either a hazmat or power armor with a jetpack specifically, because it'll sink.
Yeah.
There's a water hole in it, and down at the bottom, in the game, it's just a retexture, like a reused accent of a giant statue eye that you see in the game. And it's like these statue heads that nobody really knows where they came from in the series. They're just there, which a lot of people think it's just Art Deco shit. But anyways, back to the point. There's a giant fucking statue eye at the bottom of that pool that's supposedly implicated to be, like, Lovecraftian.
That's Dr. Moline. Joined the physics team last
Which,
year.
I mean, they have
Nice
shit like that in
enough guy, but
76, they
weird.
have it in 4, they've had it in 3, so on and so forth. And, like, in 3, it was in Point Lookout. There was, like, a book that was basically the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
Like, there's tons of horror aspects to it. It's just they don't full tilt into it for some reason. I would fucking adore it if they went full tilt one day. You know?
Full power.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm trying to remember where we were in the conversation before I just started rambling. I think I would make a horror movie too. But this is gonna sound corny. But I kinda wanna do a found footage one.
Okay.
And it's kind of a trope because, like, it's not the exact trope because, yes, it's a shapeshifter, but it's not a shapeshifter in the sense of, like, the thing from space or, you know, fucking a regular doppelganger. Because there's certain quote-unquote scenes that I can't talk about on here that would be nice to happen. That way there's something in it for everybody. But, oh, hey, Terry. But I think it would be a cool horror aspect of, like, what if there was a kitsune that had been wronged and it was getting its payback by, like, impersonating people and then, like, fucking dun-dun-dun!
Oh god, that'd be awful. Smart for
'Cause-
them. Awful for anybody on the receiving end.
Oh, yeah. Because, again, unlike a regular shapeshifter, remember, they're telepathic. They can give the correct answer.
Yeah.
And they can do it so subtly that it isn't obvious that they would give the correct answer. And it would instantaneously make the actual person look like the doppel. You know? Because they'd be sitting there going, picture plates, by the way. But
they're like, tell me something that only I would know about you.
and then
And you try, but it's just like, fuck.
And the actual person's just like, oh! And then the kitsune would be like, you used to wet your pants every single night in the 3rd grade. You don't want to tell anybody about it because you're super embarrassed and you ruined a Superman blanket over it. And they'd just be like, oh, you're the real one. Also, you weren't supposed to say that, but still.
Then the other guy dies, and then they reveal themselves and like,
and then, that was your friend, you fool.
You've activated my trap card. I
By
put
the way,
it up down in defense.
Since you're alone now, snaps their neck all the way around. But no, another cool thing about it would be not just shapeshifting, but I would want it specifically not just any old one, but like the full 9-tailed one, so they have like the full list of powers. Because remember, that also includes like possession, fucking like electric and fire manipulation, like super strength, fucking healing, and all kinds of shit. Telepathy, shape-shifting, like...
Oh, my shield.
And not just shape-shifting, like, they can be flawed. Remember, by the time they have that 9th tail, they've been around for 1,000 years. Like, they've had time to perfect that shit to the point where you cannot tell.
It's gonna be old and cranky.
Well, no, that's the thing is, as long as they quote-unquote feed, they stay young forever. I'm just trying to decide what version it's going to be of the feeding process, because some of them it has to be specifically a liver. Other ones... How do I say this? Happy juice.
Good juice.
Some of them it's just fucking just energy, like spiritual energy. Some of them don't need to feed at all. They just grow.
Like, we're just here, existing.
Yeah. Some of them just eat like regular food. Probably the best idea. But, no, I think it would be super sick. No stealing the idea. But, like, I think it'd be really cool to have, like, a kitsune as a horror movie, because a powerful one would be, like, a really fucking good villain.
There probably is, just not in our country.
Probably. But like I said, the thing that would set it apart is I would want it to be found footage so that, like, at the end of it, you know what's gonna happen. Because, again, someone found the camera. But you don't know how you're gonna get there.
No, you know what would be a really messed up one? Is like somebody finds one of the old camcorders that like we grew up with, and they open it and they get sucked into it, and like whatever horrors is on that like VCR tape is what they have to go through. And they have to
like
go through it to the end of the tape.
Holy shit.
They have to go through it in order to get out.
Oh, dude, that would be fucking crazy.
And like if they die in there,
though.
like everything they went through is re-recorded over their old footage.
Ooh, write that down. Holy shit. Somebody clip that so we can do that later. That's a good idea.
I can be creative when I want to. I just don't have the means, you know.
I mean, that's the thing, is all we would have to do visually is get one new camera to record it on and one old camcorder for a prop. And all you have to do is put a fucking green screen on the little fucking screen on the camera, and then you could put whatever fucking thing you want on it when you're filming it, you know?
Mhm.
Now, the only part that's going to be a bitch with the CGI, because it's gonna have to be CGI, is the actual part on screen where you see somebody get, like, into the camera.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at the same time, if you have someone that knows what they're doing, the tech exists. I mean, fucking, they did it on Space Jam.
Come on and slay.
Like, the stretching process, like, you literally just
Yeah.
stretch their head to a point where it looks like it's going into the camera from the side, and then just, like, the rest of the image of them into it, and then just have them fucking, like, edited out, so it's just the camera falling to the floor.
430 out of 500. Oh my lord, I'm ready to take a nap.
Oh, cool. It's not showing me the damn other fucking camo challenge. Oh, there we go. I need to get point blank kills. I've been thinking it was fucking armored zombies, so I gotta get up close on them. I'm at 81 out of 300, so I gotta get closer.
Oh, you're gonna be doing this for a while.
Yep.
Who wants to die first?
I just triple pack and purpled the knife.
Max ammo.
Nice. If you could make any one flavor of ice cream and, like, ingredient cost was not a thing, what ice cream flavor would you make? And it can't be one that already exists.
That's what I was saying, a lot of flavors are already existing.
Like, you can use ingredients that have already been used, but they have to be, like, in combination with something.
Max armor.
I'm sorry.
That is what you want. That is what I will give you.
Ice cream that tastes like Samoas.
Ooh.
It's got like little cookie bits in it and the caramel drizzle, but like if there was a way to make the caramel drizzle the hard shell, like the chocolate turtle shell,
Oh.
like have that layered.
Oh, dude. And have the fucking ice cream be like chocolate coconut swirl.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that's a fucking
I
excellent
have like
idea.
little coconut flakes in it.
Ben and Jerry's get
wow.
on that shit right now.
Oh man. Diabetes.
Diabetes. So what am I at? 94. Okay. So, yeah, I got a fucking hip fire right up on these guys. Oh, too far. Fuck. Now, let me see if I can get these guys to group up for me so I can get this done quicker. Ooh, nice. Alright, now...
Decoy out.
Okay. So I just gotta do that like 20 some odd more times. Jesus. I'm gonna be at this for a fucking minute.
Yeah.
Maybe I should switch ammo mods so it doesn't like kill them. I'll just switch it to healing. Because I already got the dead wire kills anyways. That way, worst case scenario, even if it does proc, it just pops the healing thing.
Right. I'm at 445 out of 500.
Do they have one that's like dark chocolate ice cream with a cherry swirl to it?
Probably.
Oh man.
Silent
Because I was thinking like a cordial cherry ice cream would be fucking amazing. God, I haven't had one of those in fucking forever. But then again, they're probably crazy, stupid expensive now. I'd be shocked that they weren't. Do you have any questions?
No. Just grinding.
Max armor.
Need to take a nap. I got up way too early.
Eh. Well, I'm just trying to hold conversation while we're doing this. So. Gotta be entertaining. I'm trying to get through this as quick as I can so we can get to the fucking gold and group them together and then be done. You know? So I could have another gun completely golded out. It'll be the last one of the fucking SMGs I don't have gold yet.
Yeah. Ooh, here's a good one. If you could stream any game in the world, regardless of price, and like get a pristine copy of it so it instantly works, what game would you get? A working copy of Jersey Devil.
But you already beat that one.
But it wasn't 100% working in functional condition.
Oh, well. Okay, fine. Let me rephrase the question. If you could get any game that you haven't played yet.
Insta-kill.
Any game I haven't played yet.
Like, you can have played it off screen, but I'm talking about like on your channel.
Damn.
Like, it can be new or old.
That's a hard one. Because there's a big ass library in my brain.
Yeah, but I mean, like, number one.
Mm.
Like, if you had a one-time ticket for just, like, you could get anything.
Could get anything? Well, I'd probably say the OG Mortal Kombat, but with, like, new age controls. You know?
That's the thing.
I know that's the thing.
Like, you literally, I think we have that, actually.
See.
Actually pretty certain I have that. Like, it's a digital version. It's not an arcade cabinet or nothing, but...
Yeah. That's a tough one, honestly. Oh, man.
Now, if you meant, like, the OG version, like a Super Nintendo cartridge...
I was talking about the Sega Genesis cartridge.
Or
like
that.
Mortal Kombat 3 with the, you know, with all that, but it has like the new controls, so it responds better.
Oh. Well, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure we have the digital version of, like, 1, 2, and 3, where it was, like, the collection.
I honestly don't think we do.
If we don't,
I have the newer
I know
ones.
it's a thing. Like, we can save up and get it if we don't have it. That's a thing. Now,
Yeah.
what I miss, and it's probably ruined in Dad's garage by now, but we did
that
at
was,
one point have
interesting.
the actual, like, arcade cabinet for the first one. Like, they were just... It was at a restaurant one time, and they were just going to chuck it in the garbage. So we just kind of, like, paid them for it, took it home.
Yeah.
And then, Dad, one of our relatives, rigged it so that, like, instead of needing to put a coin in, you could just press the button for the coin eject. And however many times you pressed it, it would, like, put that many credits in. And,
yeah, I liked, we had a family member that had one of the old, casino slot machines, but they had it to where you could just play it.
Yeah. I do have to admit that, like, when you go to someone's place and they have one of those slots machines and it's rigged so that you can just play it to play it, I would play the fuck out of slots. That's just like, there's this card game, for the life of me, I can't remember what you call it, but it's the normal rules for, like, Rummy, except all the spades are worth 100 points. And you could rack up so many goddamn points so fast. And then, like, obviously, the ace was, like, either 1 or 11, or, you know, it would fit on either end, shit like that. It was one of those, like, house rules games that, like, everybody in the family played. And, I miss playing that fucking shit. My only variation to it that sometimes they would let me play is, like, ordinarily you're supposed to take the jokers out of the deck, right? I always put the jokers in, both of them, because, my rule was jokers are wild.
Yeah.
Like, you can only use them once, but they can be any card you need it to be in a flush, so... If it was like ace, joker, 2, 3, or ace, joker, queen, jack, or, you know, anything. As long as you had the other matching cards, you could just throw joker in there. And the fun part about it is, as long as it's still part of that same straight, like, let's say later you draw the actual king where that joker was sitting, you can switch that Joker out for like a 9 or whatever and just continue onwards. Because they're wild. The second rule that would be about Jokers is they're always counted as a fucking spade. So it's like a free 100 points whenever you pulled one. Because there's only 2 of them, you know?
Right.
Sometimes they would play that variation of it with me, but they didn't really like it that much because apparently that made the game quote-unquote too easy. And that was the start of that phrase for me. So... the only other card game I really liked, like, Magic was great for the artwork, but I think you should probably know by now that, like, if there's one card game that, like, was in my heart of hearts, it was definitely Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day, like, the original version. Like, that shit was cool as fuck. You know?
Yeah.
The new versions, I just can't wrap my head around the pendulum and the XYZ and all that other fucking shit. As I've been called on the fucking duelist tournaments on Master Duel, I'm a Yugi boomer apparently.
So, not to change the subject, but I've noticed something that happens, and I think it's just with Vulture Raid.
Yeah.
Is you will have a zombie that'll get beamed out of the sky. If you ever shoot near them, they glow, they have like a little purple trail. If you keep shooting them till their body explodes, they drop you essence.
Really?
Yeah. It's happened to me twice now. I was like, fucking beam me down the zombie, Scotty, and fucking, yeah.
I wish we... Oh, we are recording it. Well, I wish I was watching when it happened. God, I'm already back up to fucking 26,000 points, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm at 53.
Well, I mean, the reason I said back 2 is because fucking I literally triple packed the knife just for fun. And I've got the main gun triple pack orange. What am I at? 244 out of 300. Oh my god. You wouldn't think it would take forever with this, but it kind of does. Because you have to get right up on him and hip fire. And like the urge to just shoot them from a distance is just screaming at you. You literally gotta like push into them with it. Like, you literally have to kill them right before they swing at you. And the biggest fucking downside of that is the thing that keeps happening to you is, like, you'll be killing a zombie and they just, like, out a nuke.
Yeah.
And you can't avoid it. Like, it's so annoying. Damn. I can't help but notice that, like, every time I have a guest on here, I'm the one that does all the question asking.
Fall before me.
Fuck. Thank you. If you could be in, like, any fictional universe with no consequences. Just be like there and vibe, and like nobody knows you or attacks you or none of that. Like you're just a background character. Like what fictional universe would you want to be in?
What'd you want to be in? You go first on that one.
With no consequences?
No consequences.
Probably. Yeah, probably Gundam. Because, like, I think it would be cool if there were no consequences to be able to pilot a giant, awesome-ass fucking mech. If there were, like, no consequences, like, they didn't immediately enlist you or some shit. Specifically, if you could get... Hey, I got the point-blank kills. Now I can just start fucking grouping them in tens. But I always wanted to pilot a fucking Gundam, specifically. Like, not just a mobile suit, but exactly a Gundam. Like, the top of the line shit.
Nice.
The coolest one that always caught my attention, and this is gonna sound corny, but I always wanted to pilot the one that had the fucking wings on it. Just because I thought it looked the coolest.
Yeah.
I used to have a figurine of it, like the ones that you build, the kits.
Ooh, those are fun.
But I think you know how that goes.
Fire Nation.
Yeah. Oh shit! I gotta start grouping. I was schmurdering. Like, and it took me. Oh god, it took me so long to get that thing put together right, because you know my hands. But I took literally hours and hours and hours of time just to detail each and every little part. Like, I used to have a whole set of those tiny little paintbrushes. I think you saw them at Dad's.
I think so.
Like... Yes, I'm one of those nerds, everyone. I made a fucking painted figure.
Decoy out.
Fucking... But I feel like that's the thing that everybody should do at some point if you're really, 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 really into a fandom and you can afford it. Only if you can afford it. Don't put yourself in the hole. But, if you can, get yourself a fucking figure from that fandom and, like, pour your heart into it. Like, make it your own. You know?
I used to paint minis. It's just been forever.
Because the thing that I did, instead of it being the original colors, is I actually took the time to make it fucking like a jet black with metal flake in it with like midnight blue. So instead of being like white, red, and gold, it was black and like really deep blue. And it had like the little highlights on it were galaxy purple.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it was fucking gorgeous. I called it the Nighthawk.
Silent worm.
And oh my god, it was my baby for the longest time, but fucking shit happens.
Decoy out.
Yeah.
Bonus points.
Let's see. 2 out of 15, so 13 more to go, like that. Then I'll have gold. But, you know, it's just... There's a million different times where I had something fucking nice. Played up. Where I had something fucking nice, and, reality happened, you know?
Yeah. Said my favorite line. Welcome to hell, skid marks.
Oh, shit. Like, on the one hand, I miss all the stuff I used to have, but on the other hand, it's probably a good thing that I don't, because where the fuck would it go? Like, that's kind of the saddest part of it, is like, there's that much stuff that's gone now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I would have a whole house worth of just my stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, bless you!
Fuck, I'm surrounded by zombies, so I couldn't mute my mic.
I could pause.
You're
you could have
fine.
said pause. You're like,
It was
pause!
it snuck up on me.
But I mean, that's just touching on the stuff I used to have for me. That's not even touching on the stuff that I used to have for you.
Yeah, no, you told me.
Well, I mean, you've also been told by other people, too.
Yeah.
Like, there was an entire room just fucking dedicated. I don't know, man. Alright, now I gotta wait for these guys to respawn so I can group them up. I'm watching this zombie with death perception through the fucking wall. And now they're gonna jump up right here. Man, that would be a pretty sick power to have. Just fucking see somebody's aura through, like, no matter how many walls it is, just... Hide and seek would be so easy.
Right?
Like, even the hiding portion would be easier, because you could literally see them coming. Like 3 hours later, they're just like, "Where were you? We couldn't find you at all!" You're like, first off, you were supposed to be seeking by yourself. Secondly, you couldn't find me because I was constantly moving around. There was this one time, we used to play this game called Michael Myers. It was with, like, a rubber knife, don't worry. But, like, it
I don't
was
know why
like...
you said rubber duck. I was just hearing the theme song, but as a squeaky duck.
Anyways, rubber dagger, not rubber duck. But...
Sorry.
But, it was a little rubber knife, and, the person that was playing Michael Myers would run up and poke you with the little dagger and you'd be dead.
It's a rubber dagger till it wasn't.
Yeah, till
God,
it
you know how
wasn't.
bad that would be?
Whoops! Anywho. There was one time we were playing the game and fucking me and Tom's were the only one that didn't get found, and they fucking it got to the point where, like, the other guys joined in, and it was like, I think 3.5 hours later, where eventually they were like, "Okay, the game's over, you can come out now." And we waited like 5 more minutes, and they're like, "We really mean it. The game is actually over. We're done. Come on, we give up." And like, we still didn't believe them, and then they were like, we'll order pizza, and I was like, okay, I'm out.
Pizza.
Tom's had climbed up a fucking tree,
No.
and I was hiding underneath a tarp behind the fucking lean-to they had built, and I had, like, quickly dug a ditch in with all the fucking... They had saved up leaves and stuff and twigs and shit for, like, starters for fires and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally buried myself under the tarp, under the leaves and sticks.
Good thing nobody started a little fire.
Well, yeah, I would have been found out if they would have got, like, fucking bored and just started a fire. They would have lifted the tarp, and I would have been right there underneath all that shit. But it worked!
I am totally camouflaged. You see nothing.
It worked for damn near 4 hours. It fucking worked.
Did you take a good nap?
I almost did, but then I was like, fuck, I'll snore.
So you best lay there and get comfy playing Snake on your fucking Nokia.
How did you know?
Because that's the shit I used to do.
Like I had the
Snake
sound
for
turned all the way
hours.
the sound of the vibration turned all the way off, so it was just the screen. And I was literally just sitting there fucking playing Snake, and like I was almost to the part where it ended. And then that was when they were like, we've got pizza, and I was like, fuck it, pizza.
And be like, ha! You fell for my trap! Stab!
Yeah, no. They admitted we won. They wouldn't have found us. Cause again, do you remember when we were at Vanny's, that one tree on, if you're coming from the house going towards that trail, the second one on the right by those trailers?
Yeah.
He was all the way up that.
Oh, jeez.
Like, the leaves were thick and everything, so you couldn't see up it. And he was wearing
Ways away there, Jimbo.
I was wearing the snowsuit, he had his camo snowsuit on, and we were, like, blending into shit. Like, we took it seriously.
Silent worm.
Oh, shit. Group. Don't murder them, group.
So when the hunter becomes the hunted.
Well, there was one point where I actually flipped it on the head. Instead of sitting in one spot, I actually took the time when nobody was looking. And there's this like little water heater shed on the side of the house. And I actually did a little running start and ran up the side of the fucking wall and climbed up it. And then climbed onto the fucking roof and laid flat. And every time they would come around the side where they could have seen me, I very carefully, because I was like all the way up at the peak, I would flip-flop very quietly to the other side and just watch.
Jeez.
Like,
do you feel like somebody's watching you? Yeah.
I always feel like somebody's
on
watching me, and I can't get no privacy. Oh.
It's Johnny.
Like, the only thing that gave me away at one point is that I got cocky and I actually started whistling that tune. Like, I legit started whistling fucking, I always feel like somebody's watching me. And they turn around and I was like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, they were literally at the point saying out loud, like, oh, fuck it, I'm gonna give up. And then I started whistling it, and they looked up, and I waved, and I was like, hello! Your ass would have never found me.
Fucking a day later, we still haven't found him. I hope he's okay. Just sitting there, like, going through the fridge. Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh,
I've been
God.
here.
And the coolest part about
really
that
works, don't it?
Oh, it does. It does. Weirdly on a fucking metal roof.
Oh, wow.
Decoy out.
But, like... That was a 10, I think. Yeah. Oh, shit.
494 out of 500. I'm so close.
Nice. Give me a second to kill these guys real quick. God, I have 155 skulls.
That's a lot of skulls.
How is that only 6 out of 15? What? I feel like I've been doing this for way long. Well, I've been doing groups for way longer, but not groups for gold. But, Jesus. I just have to stop shooting them when they go to come up. That's all it is. But, yeah, there was so many fucking shenanigans back in the day. Like, we used to have groups of friends, and now that shit's just fucked. But, I mean, that just happens as you grow up, you know?
Yep.
Random perk.
Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny, since I have them all, that, like, it gives me one of the ones that they were gonna release later?
Oh, jeez.
Just like, you have fully upgraded Mule Kick. What?
Sweet. Then
How about
fucking
a
little
gun on your
parentheses.
gun on your
Beta
gun on
testing
your
only.
gun attachment? Beta test
I
mode.
need a
Action
power
proven.
keg. Give me flavorless.
Max.
Some ammo.
Ooh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's a good one. You don't have to answer this. You can say it's too much, but what is the most down bad you've ever been?
Oh, jeez.
Well,
The most down bad I've ever been. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So in high school, I was friends with a person. So I was friends with two people. One was known for wanting to quote unquote borrow things, but would never return them.
Uh-huh.
And friend, quote unquote, borrowed other friend's Pandora bracelet to, because they matched their outfit and they wanted just to wear it for like their prom or one of their dance get-ups. And it was like, okay, yeah, whatever, you know, they let them borrow it. Well, they ended up not being friends anymore, and kept asking her for her bracelet back. And she kept telling her she already gave it back to her, and she didn't know what she was talking about. She wouldn't talk to her no more, just like anything to get her to go away and quit talking about the bracelet.
Oh.
Mind you, me and this other person who still has the bracelet, you know, like, I'm like, okay, friends with.
Wait,
I go over to the house.
hold up. I don't think you understood what I meant by down bad. Down bad means you're like ridiculously horny for somebody, basically.
Oh, well, I
Like a
thought
dog,
she meant as
like
in
down
doing
bad
something
like a
that was
dog.
pretty fucking bad, so I thought, you know.
No. I meant like
Fucking climbing into their bedroom window at night. Getting their shit back. Literally, bitch was like dead ass asleep in her bed, and I just climbed in her window and got the shit that I needed. I was like, bye.
No. Down bad is basically like you're climbing in their window, but you're not there to grab something unless that something is them. Like, okay.
Oh, jeez, the only person I'm down bad for is you.
Aw, you've never been down bad for anybody else ever?
I mean, I have, but that was before I met you, so.
Aw, man. Well, shit.
And then, found out that, like, they were legally insane and they were not stable whatsoever. So I was like, oh yeah, we can't do that.
Well, shit.
That is what I want. Stuck, kid.
Like, they were really sweet and everything, but man, once they fucking went off the hinge, it was for weeks. And like,
Whew.
they also had multiple personalities, and you thought your Asperger's was bad.
Oh, jeez.
Woo! It was one of those, like, I didn't know that they had all that stuff going on until I witnessed it, and I was like, it's still, like, they were on a dangerous level of it. To the point that they had been admitted several times. It's like, when they know it's coming, they admit themselves. So that way they're not a
jeez.
danger to other people. I'm like, they were on medicine for it, and it just, like,
Didn't do anything.
it didn't always work. So, like, they were all for being in a relationship, but, like, they had warned me ahead of time. They're like, hey, like, I've been in previous relationships before, and this stuff shows its ugly face. And, he's like, you're not gonna hurt me if you don't want to stay, you know? He's like, but I want you to witness it one good time before we, like, actually finalize anything.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't mind being fucking... Because we were like, you know, you got friends with benefits or whatever, but...
Fwibs, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had one of those. But,
You ain't telling me about nothing. Shit, you know.
but, oh my gosh, no, that was... Yeah, he told me one good time. And he didn't even know it was coming. Like, we were talking, we were at, you know, high school, everyone's living with their mom and dad still. But,
Oh.
he was, we were just sitting in their living room talking, hanging out like we normally do. And all of a sudden, like, normally, he would tell me beforehand, you know, he's like, hey, something that would, like, make it to where he's like, I got some stuff to do, is it okay if you head out? You know, something, like, nonchalant. Not like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a psychotic episode, I need you to leave. Which if he would've told me that in the beginning, you know, I still wouldn't care, I would've hung out, but... Like, he was wanting it for safety purposes. But yeah, we were just sitting there talking on the couch, and I got up, went to go use the bathroom, came back out, and he just had this whole different demeanor. And, like, his voice changed and everything. I'm like, are you okay?
No.
And it was a personality change. So he went through a personality change, and I had no fucking idea. And, I don't know, it was like this, like, cocky, seductive, which was weird and not, like, comfortable for me, having somebody that close as a friend at that time. Like, yes, we did things, but not like that, you know?
Oh, okay.
So I was like, so I'd be over at his house all the time, and just be fucking around, shooting shit, you know, whatever. But we were, like, respective of each other's boundaries. So we'd ask one another first, you know. If someone said no, we didn't do anything. It's fine. Yeah, but no, he was acting really fucking weird. And his mom was upstairs. So, you know, I was like... The only thing I could think of is there was... like, I had my jacket in a room upstairs. And I told him, I said, you know, I'm gonna go get my jacket, I'll be back. And his mom was up there, she was taking a nap, and I woke her up and I was like, hey, he's acting really weird. And she goes, how so? And I told her, and she's like, she's like, I'll need you to leave. And she's like, let me tell you why, let me tell you what's happening. And she told me about all of that. And she's like, he never told you about any of that? And I said, no. She was like, well, he's probably telling you so that way you wouldn't, like, worry so
Say where
much
you
or
went.
just, like, not want anything to do with him ever again. Just because he's had a lot of friends that have been like that in the past. And,
Purple loot key, by the way, not to change the subject.
no, you're fine. And I told her, I was like, even if you would have told me, I was like, I would have still been his friend and hung around, you know? I was like, I want to know what my friends are going through. That's what we're here for. And, but yeah, she had called, I guess he has, like, had a medical team. Because that flipped, like, he had, like, 2 different type of emotion or personality flips. Where's it at?
Right there.
Spotted undead hostile.
Oh, not
Oh,
that.
see. I got
God
it.
damn it.
I got it.
Decoy out.
But, you know, he had his normal, he had that weird, like, always saw that at his fault. That weird, cocky seduction, and then he had one that was just, like, straight, like, fucking terrifying, like, stalkerish, weird, like, tendencies. So, which I'd never seen that, and his mom was like, he hadn't had that type of flip for that one in, like, several years. She said the medicine that he's on is helping keep that side, you know, that mental side at bay. I was like, well, that's good. And she goes, yeah, tell me about it. But no, we sat there and we talked in the room with the door locked for like an hour and a half, and she was catching me up on all this stuff, and she was showing me like his doctor's reports and everything like that. So she thought I thought she was talking shit, and I'm like, no, I believe you, but she was showing me anyway, because he had gotten in some sort of accident, and it had caused a little bit of like brain damage,
Oh.
and that's what it had messed with, was like his the part of your brain that helps alternate your emotions, like feelings.
It
So,
literally, it's basically what happened to my mom and Marla.
yeah, exactly. But you know, he was getting help. So when after she had told me, like, she had sent a message to her husband on her phone while she was telling me this, you know, and he had called I guess the medical team, and they were on their way to pick him up, because he ends up being in a rehabilitation center for like a week just to be safe.
Yeah.
Ooh, give me that. But after that, he came to me and he apologized. And he's like, you know, my mom told me she caught you up to date on everything. He's like, I understand if you don't want to be my friend anymore. You know? And I told him, I was like, dude, I still want to be your friend. Like, something like that ain't gonna, you know, mess with our friendship. Ooh, I got mastery. Thank God.
I just got gold too.
Jeez, little piece.
I think it's about that time.
Yeah, but anyway, like, I told him he didn't need to apologize, you know. I said, and I understood why now he was having me leave early and all that stuff. But he had told me, he's like, I hate to do this. He said, but you're someone I care about that I don't want to get hurt. He's like, so I'd rather us not be friends or be around each other. And I'm like, I was like, I get that. I was like, oh man, that hurts. So, like, he even went out of his way. He changed all of his classes from mine. We ended up, he ended up getting his driver's license so that way he could drive to and from school. Like, it was rough. So, I was like, damn. Like, he was one of the first people that I had met when I moved schools. That was like, you know, when you see somebody, you're just like, you can tell, like, I'm gonna be friends with that person at some point.
Double point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how we were.
Well, there's some people that I knew that had shit like that going on, but they just let it get to them, and they got consumed by their own shit and turned out to be a horrible person afterwards and basically blamed me for all their problems, you know?
Yeah.
And they were like, "You're a homewrecker," and I'm like, "I knew this chick before you did."
Yeah, but like,
that's an off-the-air story.
that's what messes with people, because like I was really the quiet one in school, but I also did a lot of shit that nobody knew about. So
Yeah, I could agree to that. That's a thing. Like, the only people that knew were the people that knew, and if you didn't know, you weren't in the know.
right. And then people be like, "Oh, but did you know?" Yeah, I'm friends with them. You're friends with them. Yeah.
Yup.
If you got a problem with it, you can bring it up with me.
What about it? You want to
And that
fight
tells
about
me
it?
that I don't need to be associating with you. Oh, I burned so many bridges when I found when people acted certain ways, learning that I was friends with certain people, and they didn't know how to act. They're like, "Are you seriously? Yeah, you got a problem? Well, they're such and such. You have a problem with it? With me being friends with them?" And if they wouldn't speak up about it, and I'm like, "Well, I assume you do of some sort. Something's making you question it, so..." I'm like... I don't know. Weird stuff. That's why I've never really been judgmental about people, because you never know what somebody's gone through or going through.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, let's talk for a little bit first.
Well, I mean, congratulations, you've mastered Prestige. You've been granted a Prestige Master Ribbon and may now level up to
I had
1,000.
146 goals.
All gameplay content will remain unlocked. Continue to level up to earn stars for your ribbon and more rewards. Okay. Oh, it's gonna start doing the thing to me that it was doing to Jugs. Contacting server. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's doing the thing. Because I think you probably used to have to do the thing to enter Prestige, and then they just made it automatic. Anywho, this has been a fun one, everybody. I hope you guys have had a blast. We will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.